wanted you to have something special today that Brent's Annie could be a part of this day. My mother. My mother loved hankies and had one with her at all times. She would have been praying for you today. And somehow I believe she's looking down on you both. Brent was so special to her, and she loved him very much, and I think she loved him more than me. Please take this hanky so that she can be a part of Brent and your stay. We welcome you to the family as she would have done. We love you as our new daughter. May God bless you and Brent as you start your new family, and always remember, where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. We love you very much. Love Mom, Dad, CJ, and Katie.
You know I'd fall apart without you. I don't know how you do what you do, 'cause everything that don't make sense about me makes sense when I'm with you. Like everything that's green, girl, I need you, but it's more than one, and one makes two. Put aside the math and the logic of it. You gotta know you want it too. 'Cause I wanna wrap you up, wanna kiss your lips. I wanna make you feel wanted, and I wanna call you mine, wanna hold your hand forever and never let you forget it. Yeah, I wanna make you feel wanted. Anyone can tell you you're pretty, and you get that all the time. I know you do, but your beauty's deeper than the makeup, and I wanna show you what I see tonight when I wrap you up, when I kiss your lips. I wanna make you feel wanted, and I wanna call you mine, wanna hold your hand forever, never let you forget it. 'Cause baby, I wanna make you feel wanted. As good as you make me feel, I wanna make you feel better. Better than your fairy tales, better than your best dreams. You're more than everything I need, all I ever wanted, and all I ever wanted. I just wanna wrap you up, wanna kiss your lips. I wanna make you feel wanted, and I wanna call you mine, wanna hold your hand forever and never let you forget it. Yeah, I wanna make you feel wanted, and baby, I wanna make you feel wanted. 'Cause you'll always be wanted. Was it you who spoke the words that things would happen but not to me? All things are gonna happen naturally. Oh, taking your advice, and I'm looking on the bright side and balancing the whole thing. Oh, but it oftentimes those words that get tangled up in lines, and the bright light turns to night. Oh, until the dawn it brings another day to sing about the magic that was you and me. 'Cause you and I both loved what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. Others only read of the love, oh, the love that I love. Yeah, love it about. I'm all about them words, over numbers, unencumbered, numbered words. Hundreds of pages, pages, pages for words. More words than I had ever heard, and I feel so alive. 'Cause you and I both loved what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. And if you could see me now, oh, love, love, you and I, not so little you and I anymore. And with the silence brings a moral story, more importantly evolving is the glory of a boy. 'Cause you and I both love what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. And if you could see me now, well then I'm almost finally out of, finally out of, finally well I'm almost finally, well I am free, oh I'm free. And it's okay if you had to go away. Oh, just remember the telephones, well, they're working in both ways. But if I never ever hear them ring, if nothing else, I'll think the bells inside it finally found you someone else, and that's okay. 'Cause I'll remember everything you sang. 'Cause you and I both loved what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. And if you could see me now, well then I'm almost finally out of, finally out of, finally well I'm almost finally, well out of words.
Forever could never be long enough for me. Feel like I've had long enough with you. Forget the world now, we won't let them see. But there's one thing left to do. Now that the weight has lifted, love has surely shifted my way. Marry me, stay and every day. Marry me, if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Together could never be close enough for me to feel like I am close enough to you. You wear white and I wear out the words I love you, and you're beautiful. just finally showed her my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. Say you will. Promise me you'll always be happy by my side. I promise to sing to you when all the music dies. Say you will. Ooh, oh, say you will. Ooh, marry me.
Who gives this one in marriage to this man?
Her mother and I do.
Well done. Your bouquet to Elizabeth. Brent and Ann Marie, in biblical times, those who entered covenant relationships exchanged as gifts personal possessions. They would vow before God and their mutual devotion to Him and to one another. They exchanged their names to signify their covenant was not just in purpose or in some short-term goal, but rather it would include their identities for life. And then they would eat. There was a celebration meal. The elements of the ancient covenant sound familiar today. Gifts and vows and names and meals. We see them as etiquette or tradition. But these should remind us all, that your marriage is first a covenant with God and to one another. We talked about this and other things over the months that we met together. And I believe that you all understand the significance of what you're entering into. Today you will say, I think I just caught you saying it, I love you. And you should. The Scripture defines love. And we've talked about that as well. The Bible says that love is patient and love is kind. Love is not jealous, and love does not brag and is not arrogant. Love does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own. Love is not provoked, and it does not take into account a wrong suffered. It does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things. It believes all things. Love hopes all things. Love endures all things. Brent, do you promise to love Ann Marie in this way as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Ann Marie, do you promise to love Brent in this way as long as you both shall live?
I do.
As we've talked before, if you will, the Bible promises that this kind of love will never fail. As a testimony then, before God and your family and friends of your love for and devotion to one another, in this marriage covenant, would you repeat after me these vows? Brent. I, Brent, take you, Ann Marie.
I, Brent, take you, Ann Marie.
To be my beloved wife.
To be my beloved wife.
And my faithful partner.
And my faithful partner.
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
to honor and to respect,
to honor and to respect,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
until death do us part.
until death do us part.
Ann Marie. I, Ann Marie, take you, Brent,
I, Ann Marie, take you, Brent,
to be my beloved husband
to be my beloved husband,
and my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
to honor and to respect,
to honor and to respect,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
until death do us part.
till death do us part.
The covenant ceremony included the exchange of memorial gifts, and the rings are those gifts. The precious metal symbolizes the purity and value of this holy covenant, and they serve as constant reminders of your holy relationship before God. The unbroken circle is a symbol of a lifelong devotion, surrender, commitment, and love for God and for one another. You better have it. Good deal. If you'll place the ring at Ann Marie's finger and put it on it when I tell you. Do you, Brent, give this ring as a gift and symbol of your love for Ann Marie and the covenant that you're making with her?
I do.
Would you repeat after me as you place the ring on her finger? With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Okay. Do you, Ann Marie, give this ring as a gift and symbol of your love for Brent and the covenant that you're making with him?
I do.
Place the ring in his finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Very good. We'll take the sand ceremony in just a minute. Ann Marie and Brent, today you join your separate lives together. You have pledged that your lives to one another through vows and the exchange of the rings. This covenant is a pledge between two people committing themselves to one another for life. Today we celebrate and communicate this commitment with the unity sand ceremony. The two separate containers of sand symbolize your separate lives, separate families, and separate relationships. These represent all that you are as individuals. We've gathered with your friends, with your family, with these witnesses. We have prayed and asked the Lord's blessing. We have exchanged, you have exchanged your vows, and gifts have been presented. And now, in the presence of these witnesses, Brent and Ann Marie, it is by the authority of God's Word and in accordance to the laws of the state of Florida that it is my privilege to pronounce you husband and wife, with prayers of God's richest blessings on your lives together. Brent, you may kiss your bride. It is a great honor for me to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Carruthers.
Was it you who spoke the words that things would happen but not to me? All things are gonna happen naturally. Oh, taking your advice, and I'm looking on the bright side and balancing the whole thing. Oh, but it oftentimes those words that get tangled up in lines, and the bright light
turns to night. Oh, until the dawn it brings another day to sing about the magic that was you and me. 'Cause you and I both loved what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. Others only read of the love, oh, the love that I love. Yeah, love it about. See, I'm all about them words, over numbers, unencumbered, numbered words. Hundreds of pages, 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 more words, more words than I had ever heard, and I feel so alive. 'Cause you and I both loved what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. And if you could see me now, oh, love, love, you and I, not so little you and I anymore. And with the silence brings a moral story, more importantly evolving is the glory of a boy. 'Cause you and I both love what you and I spoke of, and others just read of. And if you could see me now, well then I'm almost finally out of, finally out of, finally well I'm almost finally, well I am free, oh I'm free. And it's okay if you had to go away. Oh, just remember the telephones, well they're working in both ways. But if I never ever hear them ring, if nothing else, I think the bells inside finally found you somewhere else. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Finally
where true love can't be found, till the blue skies come around. I'll be right by your side. Journey far and travel safe. Make this world a better place, and keep that smile upon your face. I'll be right by your side. There may be oceans in between us now, but I think.
All right, first of all, I just want to take this time to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Brent Carruthers. Ann Marie, I want to welcome you to the family, and I pray that God blesses you and Brent's life together. And Brent, we had fun growing up. I couldn't have asked for a better brother, and my prayer is for you to be as good of a husband as you were a brother to me. And I love you both, and never forget where you came from. So now I'd just like to propose a toast to Brent and Ann Marie. Cheers, guys.
Hello, everyone.
What speaker? Hell no. What speaker is it coming out of?
And I would like to call Ann Marie. What? Hello. My name is Kimberly, and I've been lucky to call Ann Marie a friend for over 20 years. We met when we were just kids, very little kids, at Deer Meadows Baptist Church after her parents brought her here from Augusta. We became great friends through middle school and high school youth group at our church, even better friends in college, even though we attended different universities. And to this day, even living over 600 miles apart, I'm so blessed that I can call Ann Marie a best friend. I have so many wonderful memories with Ann Marie. It's very hard to think of just a few. Most of them involve laughter, something silly, spontaneous, maybe getting in a little trouble as well. Thinking about some of our favorite times, it seems like there was always a road trip involved. Whether it be a spontaneous trip to Key West in the middle of the night, a last-minute trip to Indiana, or a Sunday afternoon drive through Lynchburg, Tennessee. There never seemed to be a dull moment. One of the best memories I have for us would have to be this year, the year 2014, the craziest year of our lives, planning our weddings, keeping each other sane through the process. It's been a year, and here we are. A few years back, I remember getting a phone call from Ann Marie. It was shortly after she had transferred to a new Wells Fargo branch. She told me about this really handsome guy that happened to be working there and how excited she was to get to know him better. I could tell through the excitement in her voice that there must be really something special about this guy. Little did we both know this handsome guy would be sitting here today and be her husband. Ann Marie and Brent, I am so incredibly happy for the both of you. Brent, I've seen how happy you've made Ann Marie over the years, and I can't imagine a more perfect match. I hope that the love and happiness that you have for each other now will only grow stronger and deeper over the coming years. So, some words of wisdom. From this day forward, you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. So please join me in raising your glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Carruthers. Congratulations.
How's everybody going? Huh? Yeah? Louder. How about a little bit louder? Huh? All right. Everybody got a drink? Having a good time? All right. I, unfortunately, have not known Brent my whole life. We went to school together for a lot of that time. We kind of had some different backgrounds. We got to know each other when we started at Marshall University. And I can remember the first day, me and another guy over here were roommates. And, you know, we're so excited to get away from our parents, to get cut wild and get crazy. The first thing we did was, where's somebody else we know? And he had mentioned, there's a couple guys from Parkersburg where we grew up. on this floor. And Brent happened to be one of them. We knew who he was. Seemed pretty legit. So we started to hang out, and from there, I mean, it was fast times, it was good times. A couple of things that stick out to me that were legal and we could talk about was the high value that our floor of guys, there was probably 30 guys on our floor that we placed on education. We were big into studying, a lot of people with high goals. So we decided that one of the guys on the floor actually was engaged and was broken up with, and he sold the ring, and we bought a ping pong table. And we converted the study room, we moved all the desks and books out, and we made it a ping pong room. And don't ever challenge this guy in ping pong, because he did win the tournament in our entire dorm, all floors. Unbelievable ping pong player. So nobody could study. It was great. I think we all turned out pretty well. From there, he was pretty hesitant at first. I joined a fraternity when I first went to school and had kind of pushed him forever to join. Finally got into it, got to meet a lot more folks. Quite a few of them are over here on this table, and I think they'll agree with me. He's one of the best guys you could ever ask to be around. And speaking more on that, Ann Marie, you're crazy lucky. I really do think the world of this guy. Comes from a great family. He's been raised the right way, knows how to have a good time, but he cares about people. So congratulations to you guys. Cheers. And I'll give you a great piece of advice, because I don't want to end this all sappy. My best man told me, and some of you that are soon to be married, some of you that have been married a long time might need reminded of this. Everybody says, don't go to bed angry. You know, make sure you make up. You know, make it work, go to bed happy, say I love you. And we don't agree with that. You have to let things simmer and take their course and give women space, because eventually they'll realize they were wrong. Cheers to you guys. Hear, hear.
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Denning, and I'm the sister of this lovely bride. Many of you know that there's quite a large age difference between Ann Marie and I, about 7 years, even though we have been mistaken for twins more times than I can count. Being 7 years apart meant that we didn't have a lot of the same formative growing up years together. I was 10 when she left for college, and when she moved back to Jacksonville, I had already turned 17. Don't get me wrong, we still had all of our sister times of her and her friends giving me makeovers and practicing cheerleading stunts with me, and me just dressing up and trying to be just like her. But my favorite part about our relationship was that we really got to know each other as adults, even though she'll still call me a kid until I'm 50. And when we really started hanging out together, it was a friendship. It was very intentional, and we made it an effort to spend time together rather than just being nice to your siblings to avoid the wrath of mom. So since then, we've always been really intentional with spending time together, even after I left for school. And honestly, that is one of my favorite things about you, Ann Marie, is that you are so intentional. You do everything with a plan, and God help anyone that gets in your way. We have bonded over so many typical sister things like Disney, pumpkin spice lattes, Broadway musicals, shared frustrations with other family members, and of course, boys. So I remember the summer before my freshman year of college when most of our boy conversations started to be around this cute guy at work named Brent Carruthers. So we had many conversations about, was it appropriate to date a coworker? Did he like her back? And spending an hour stalking his Facebook profile to find the best picture. Totally normal. In the end, we came up with a plan for them to spend more time together. So Ann Marie gladly used, conveniently, my discount to Universal Studios and invited him to go with us one time. Now let me tell you something. After spending a full, hot day in Orlando at a theme park with someone, I can pretty much guarantee you've seen them at their worst. At the end of the day, Brent ended this lovely time with the most awkward high five I have ever seen. Just like that one. And something along the lines of, okay, cool, well, see you later. And here we are, 3 years later. So, I sometimes like to think after that day that I had something to do with them ending up together, but the truth is that they're together and spending their lives together because they worked at it. They have taken the time to know one another and be comfortable and silly together. I've seen them be selfless enough to do things that they didn't want to do for the other person. They have fought and made up beautifully. They have grown in unity. They have done things to make each other feel special, and most importantly, they have loved each other unconditionally, and they will continue to do so for many years. I think that, like I've said, Ann Marie is a very intentional person, and she knows what she wants. I think that from that very first awkward high five, she knew that Brent was going to be the man that she would spend her whole life loving, and that's exactly what she intends to do. Brent, I am so happy to be able to call you brother, and to know that Ann Marie has found a new best friend as incredible as you. So, I'm going to get my glass, and raise your glass for Mr. and Mrs. Brent Carruthers. May your joys be as bright as the morning, your years of happiness as numerous as the stars in the heavens, and your troubles but shadows that fade in the sunlight of love. Congratulations.